Hey, welcome to the first webisode of World Cup Recap 2010. My name is Coach Reed, and I will be recapping as many games as possible for you. Most definitely the U.S. games and Netherlands games because the Orange Crush is my team. Well, number two behind the U.S. Lately, I'm just a huge fan of the U.S. and what they've done, considering how long it's been that we haven't been really in the world picture, and all of a sudden, in a very short span of time, we've made ourselves a superpower, which is impressive. So on to the recap. Republic of South Africa versus Mexico. What can we say about this game? What a brilliant first game for the World Cup. The fact that the host nation opportunity to put a real positive beginning to the World Cup, a tremendous historical moment, and they score the first goal of the World Cup. Just all around feel good day for South Africa and for the World Cup. So let's dive right into the game. First off, I have to agree with the pundits who said, especially at halftime, that Mexico dominated this game in the first half, and Republic of South Africa really wasn't in it much. But to be honest with you, uninspired and listless, and really embarrassing performance for Mexico. You're the 17th ranked country in the world in soccer. You've had some fantastic games, but your last two games, Wembley against England, atrocious. And in this game, the first half you should have put this away, and you had tons of opportunities, but your problem is you weren't inspired, you weren't dedicated, and you weren't predatory around the net. The opportunities you did create, there was no killer instinct to put them away, and you weren't predators, you weren't goal scorers, and you weren't aggressive enough near goal. You controlled the game very well. So what do I have to say about the first half? Mexico dominated, really uninspired. Republic of South Africa, cautious and tender. The best way to describe it is a featherweight fighting a heavyweight, and the featherweight's just dancing around the ring the entire first half, trying to stay alive, trying to stay innocent, trying not to get punched. And the heavyweight just sort of stood in the middle of the ring, wasn't aggressive, didn't go for it, just stood in the middle of the ring and took swings every once in a while, barely landing, just nicking the featherweight, but not really landing that killer punch. So they go in at halftime, and as a coach, I always write down the one, two or three things that I think that if we make adjustments on those, we can go out and change the game. And they have to be very simple because it's really hard for players to make adjustments on the fly. I wrote down one thing for each team. Mexico, light a fire. Get out of the doldrums. I don't know why you're playing the way you are, but somebody's got to light a fire on you and start acting like you want to win this game. And very easy for Republic of South Africa. Play the way you are, but counterattack. Use those tremendous distribution opportunities out of your goalkeeper, Kune, and go forward and get some penetrating passes. No penetration in the first half whatsoever. You tried to cross balls and play with balls 25 yards out, but use your speed, get in behind Mexico and see what you can create. You've got some great ball players up front. Let's see what we can do with them. So those were the two things I talked about. I felt like we needed to do at halftime. In the first half, Dos Santos with a great opportunity in the second minute, thwarted by good defense, Republic of South Africa. But again, he didn't really seem to really want to score the goal. The 30th minute, Franco denied by Kune, and again, put the ball by the keeper's feet. We always tell our forwards, keeper coming out full speed at you, just put it on the ground. It's really hard to make a kick save when you're moving forward, and he put it right where he made Kune look like a hero at his hands, and it was an easy save. 37th minute was really one of the defining moments of the game, the offside call. And I'm embarrassed for the announcers because here in America, if you've got an accent and you know how to play soccer, well, you must be an expert. And ESPN goes to the trouble to get these quote-unquote experts, and the guy really does make a dunce out of himself. No, I mean, I don't mean to be mean, but come on. Offsides is two players between you and the goal line, always. And I know we assume that the keeper's always somewhere in the picture, so you just start thinking one player. But to blatantly whine about it for 5 to 7 minutes that, oh, that was a bad call, the referee was awful, he was offside, clearly onside. He wasn't. Keeper came out, made a mistake, made a poor play on the ball. It was clearly headed by the Mexican player, and as soon as he did that, yes, you're right, there was a player on the goal line. He was the only player for Republic of South Africa, which thereby puts them offside. Let me show you on the board. Keeper came all the way out here to punch a ball, missed it. The ball's clicked into the Mexican player who's standing, and oh, look, only one player. To be onside, he needed either keeper and player between him and the net, or two players. He didn't have either, clearly offside. Great call by the linesman. I'm glad somebody at halftime whispered in the announcer's ear and said, you kind of messed up there. He was offside. Because it was embarrassing to hear this guy continue to ramble on about a clearly good call. Second half, Republic of South Africa did exactly what we asked. They counterattacked quickly with some great distribution, phenomenal through ball in the 54th minute. Shabalala, how can you finish even any better than that? He hits a ball, he kisses in the upper 90. It's a well-placed ball, good speed to get to the ball, fantastic through ball, caught Mexico sleeping. Mexico comes in those attacks with 5, 6, 7 guys, but doesn't commit in the final third. And it reminded me a lot of toward the 88 European Championships. Ireland would come in these green waves, they called them, and Netherlands just would counterattack with speed. Marco van Basten and guys like that just firing out of the blocks and speed, and they really did. It really did look like the green wave of the past. Mexico coming forward with all its players, and South Africa getting in behind them. Beautiful goal. Perez, not sure if he went for popcorn, was texting his girlfriend or what, but gets caught on the goal line on a ball like that. He needed to really be closing some gap. And then once he commits, he takes 2 steps and gets stuck again. And he looked like a kid in a candy store. Snickers. No, wait, I want a Butterfinger. No, wait, I don't know. Deer in headlights. Great finish. Perez, commit. Either come out and win that ball and own your box, or do something to cut the angle by staying where you are but taking a step or 2 left or right. But you took 2 steps and stood still and gave him the goal. And a clearly great finish. 60th minute, Dos Santos with an awesome upper 90 shot, and Kune still looking like the man of the match. Great extension, makes the save. Kudos to him. The 66th and 69th minute, fantastic opportunities for Republic of South Africa to put this game away. And the game really did change. It was, as one announcer said, it was a tale of 2 halves. And it really was. Second half, Mexico even more listless. Really embarrassing performance by Mexico in the second half. And Republic of South Africa really came at them with fire and started to counterattack well. And while they didn't control the game and look like they were dominant, they were doing what they knew best, which was hanging in there, dancing around the heavyweight and taking these little quick jabs and getting out of the way. And these counterattacks were phenomenal. And, Modisa gets in behind the D twice. That first one, you've got to put it on frame. You're a professional. You've got to put it on frame. And he didn't. He missed it, clearly missed it. Put it on frame. It's like hockey. Throw the puck at the net and wait for rebounds, and he didn't do either. 69th minute, gets in behind him again on another great fruit through ball. Rodriguez helped it a little bit with a little bit of a tug, but Modisa's got to be more businesslike. Stop thinking about the foul or whatever you were, because you went down way too easily. Focus on scoring goals. Get in behind defenders. I'm hoping this World Cup we don't see as many dives. Let's be businesslike. If he muscles up a little bit more and stays on his feet, maybe he gets that one by the keeper, because again, Perez came out a little bit better, but still hesitant in the way he's coming out on the ball. And then the 79th minute, a gift. A true gift from Republic of South Africa to Mexico. Too much respect from Republic of South Africa the entire game. The offside, I don't know if that was an offside trap or not, but the Republic of South African players stepped forward, leaving their captain, Moeka, back in there, and he didn't step forward. He put 3 guys onside, ball lifted up over the top. In that situation, if that was an offside trap, it's really a poor decision by the captain, and he's got 102 caps for international appearances. He knows better. Goal side, ball side. When the ball's being served within 30 yards, goal side, ball side. That offside trap in that situation is way too dangerous, and you're putting your fate basically in the hands of the assistant referee to make the call anyway. Puts him onside, miss hit, but he's 6 yards from goal. Real easy to bury. Kune does the best he can, and it's 1-1. And then probably the best opportunity of the game, the 90th minute, again, distribution, counterattack. Kune, ball dropped back to him. He preps it nice and calm, and he hits an absolute laser. The best strike of the game, best played ball of the game. Puts Mfela in through one-on-one. Mfela, great head ball to bring the ball down under control, and then off the post. And Perez was really way out of position. Did not come out, laid back again. I don't know if he was too busy texting or checking his Facebook status or what, but got caught back there. And Mfela should have buried that. I don't know if he mishit that. It looked a little bit like it, but I agree with the incredulous looks on the bench of Republic of South Africa. There was your chance to rewrite history. Overall assessment, great game for the first World Cup. Fantastic result for Republic of South Africa. Embarrassing, really, for Mexico. Not because I think Republic of South Africa is not that good, but Mexico just looked like they did at Wembley. And wonderful atmosphere. I think about new announcers, or at least have them bone up a little bit on the rules going into the next game. But overall, great game. Man of the match, I go to Kune. Brilliant distribution, and he kept them in the game. And even though Mexico really wasn't a predator this game, he stepped up and played the game well. See you for the next recap.